Going back to my first year of college, my freshman year, I was definitely very nervous. Coming from high school, I didn't really know what to expect of college, and I think I struggled a lot in my first year. Was very intimidated by how large the campus was. I wasn't sure how classes were going to go, but at the same time, I was also very excited just to meet new people, get out of my comfort zone, and make those new experiences.
When I came here, it was still in the midst of the pandemic, right when it all came down. So that was a pretty big transition, going from being in person and having all these resources available to, in the beginning we didn't really have all that much. It was mostly online. So that was a tough transition. But at the end of the day, we all got through, and eventually we got into our own routine just like we were in before.
As a first-generation college student in my family, I'm very non-traditional. I am quite a bit older than a lot of my cohort that I have through the social work program. It's been different, learning technology on a different level. Being a bartender here in Las Vegas for so many years, I didn't have to use Zoom. I didn't have to use WebEx and Teams and all of these things, but it's been really cool to get to know the younger generation and to see how much they are so excited to learn and so excited to teach the older non-traditional students. But yes, it was definitely intimidating, and it sometimes is intimidating to have so many different younger people and students in my class that are really great with how much they've learned that I never learned when I was growing up in their age.
During my time at UNLV, I would probably say that it was a very positive experience. That was a journey of discovery. Academically, it was a matter of switching majors here and there until I found the right fit, and that was thanks to the mentors I had at the College of Liberal Arts, as well as the Lee Business School, and doing my own research as well with the Office of Undergraduate Research. I really found what it was that I wanted to do, where my passions were, and led me to linguistic anthropology. I think that that's what really helped me figure out my place here at UNLV and what I wanted to do with my future.
It's a very collaborative environment considering mechanical engineering. Like, all the engineering students are always helping each other out with homework or projects. We help each other with all the different problems we face, and I think it's really fun, getting to know people, not just in your major, but in any clubs that you join. Having been part of the Student Sustainability Council, I found like-minded students that were also passionate about these environmental issues. And then I also helped lead the Solar Decathlon. It's an international collegiate competition to design and build a net zero energy home. And so I helped build a team and recruit all these engineering students, not just engineering, but like business or geology, people that were passionate about making or competing and making a net zero energy home. So it was really great to get to meet all these students and work with them.
Math has definitely been a recurring challenge throughout my time here at university. During my freshman year, I took a college algebra class, and that one was super tricky. I kept going to classes, participating in the different discussions, the assignments, and asking questions in class. But when the first test came around, I did fail it, and I kept failing tests. But eventually, I realized that it would be smart to join the Academic Success Center tutoring, and I kept consistently going to that on the second floor of the Lee Library, and I was able to turn the F in the class in math all the way to an A.
For me, the biggest challenges were probably learning how to slow down, learning how to set my own pace, especially setting a pace that is healthy and realistic. I got a lot of health issues throughout university, and it was I think some of these things that are causing me issues I can control, and I had to take that control learning how to slow down. I had to take that control learning how to ask for help. because nobody really teaches you how to ask for help, right? They're like, yeah, ask for help, you can call me anytime. It's like, I have to overcome a lot of things personally to be able to reach out.
Actually, I was homeless at one point during school. I had come from an abusive household and I decided to sleep in my car. I was just tired of it. And since I had been leading the solar decathlon at the time, I had shouldered a lot of responsibility, and I had a good support network at school from the competition. I didn't tell them any of this because I didn't want it to see it crumble before me. So to me, it wasn't that big of a deal. You know, you just sleep in another place, but you still like just go to school and do the same old thing. So I had other things to worry about, like the competition itself. But I came over it because of that mindset, and with the great support network I had from school and the groups, and just keep on chugging along because, you know, my goal was to get my mechanical engineering degree and then also get experience from having been involved through the solar decathlon. So I did whatever it took just to make that happen.
My senior year of high school, so right after I graduated high school, my dad actually passed away, and he was a single parent, and so it was very hard on my family, and I had to become independent very quickly. And going into my first year of college, I, as a first generation college student, also had to navigate college by myself, and that was very challenging, dealing with grief and trying to excel academically while working was all very challenging. But I think seeking out resources and seeking out help really helped me overcome those challenges and excel academically.
Sorry, I get emotional when I'm like talking about it because I remember when I was a freshman, it was so stressful.
In what way? That's okay.
Because it was scary because I didn't have any direction. I didn't have any of my family that I could fall back on and say, hey, who do I go to for this, or what do I do? So I really depended a lot on the higher education system to help me get through it. And it's almost like sometimes I look back and I think, how did I get this far? I don't even remember half the stuff I had to do. Oh my goodness, sorry. Yeah, because my parents never went to school. And so it was kind of one of my own things that I decided to do and that I've been very proud of. But yeah, there's even like a lot of students that I have met that have talked about how they're first generation college students. And they've done it all on their own too. They didn't really have any direction either. So I think for me, it just proves that you can definitely do it. Anybody can do it. It doesn't matter how old you are.
The same semester that I ended up getting sick, I got really close with one of my math professors, and this was going on 3 semesters ago, but I still talk to him to this day, and even though he might not be the one teaching me in all of my high-level math courses that I'm taking now, he's still a resource. He's still incredibly helpful. He'll walk me through things. He takes the time to explain things to me. So yeah, I'd say it's a good idea to try to make friends with some of your professors, because even once you're out of their class, they still continue to be a resource for you later on down the road.
MathBridge was very intimidating at first. I needed the tutoring to be able to complete my Math 124 for my program that I was being accepted into. When I got accepted to the program, it was contingent on me getting a C or better in math. And I had to take a different math right before I could even get into Math 124. So that's why I went through MathBridge. The tutors and the advisors and everybody in MathBridge absolutely helped me constantly. It was a tutoring session every single day. It was a 5-week class. I had extra tutoring on the side through them. And then I was able to pass MathBridge and get into my 124 class for the summertime and pass for the May and got into my program.
So overcoming those financial hardships and personal hardships as well, I sought out resources at UNLV. Academic advising really helped. I think just reaching out to CAPS. So CAPS at UNLV is a psychological service that paired me with a really great therapist at the time, which really helped me deal with my grief and overcome those mental health challenges. In addition to CAPS at UNLV, I think a lot of the other resources, like I said, one-on-one coaching, the coaching spots, the Academic Success Center as a whole really helped me. I was paired with a lot of great mentors from my scholarship programs that I was in, and so those all really helped me as well.
The organization I would most recommend to students, and one that became a pivotal part of my growth here on campus, was Alternative Breaks through the Service Learning and Leadership department here on campus. This program is all based on service and social justice based trips for students to take, and these are trips that are week-long as well as weekend-based, and it's all around working alongside community partners and learning about a social justice topic, whether it's mass incarceration or ecology and conservation. Students have the chance to really learn about these issues and how it is they can best support them as allies and advocates to help impacted communities. For me personally, I took my first alternative break trip in the spring of 2017 as a freshman. I went to San Diego to learn more about immigration at the US-Mexico border. Being a first-generation student, this was a topic that was pretty close to me, and so during my experience, I really got to learn from the experiences of other students who were also first-generation students, had similar and dissimilar backgrounds as me. And so it was really eye-opening to see how, although we came from different backgrounds, we were each impacted and tied to that topic in various ways, whether they were very similar, very different, but nevertheless we were connected by our dedication to want to give and give back to the community. So that was something that I definitely hold on to, and I recommend all students to engage with.
I actually was nominated to be part of the Minority Serving Institution Student Council, and through that student council I was able to put forth 2 projects for each year that I've been in it, and those projects have been all about providing a better and more connected and more aware university for minority students and students of diverse identities, and that has been a great experience. Honestly, I got to meet so many people. I've been a part of so many events, and becoming somebody that is a part of those spaces of growth, those spaces of learning, and about sharing information that you really wouldn't become aware of otherwise. I think it's been really eye-opening. It's been a matter of learning how to put information out and how to take information in about how to be a better school, how to be a better person.
I was also a fellow of the Nevada Institute on Teaching and Educator Preparation, or the NITEP program at UNLV. This program has been amazing. As an education major, they have allowed me to practice my teaching skills a lot, not only helping me pay for my tuition and my college, but also allowing me to teach and actually work with Chilean students virtually. So I got to teach Chilean students, and I also participated in research projects. And this program as a whole has really helped me develop professionally as an educator.
I think the biggest thing that professors, especially in the social work program, teach is self-care. Because without self-care, You're not going to be able to accomplish how far you want to go or need to go, or the level that you want to accomplish. So self-care is huge. Whether it's taking a hike, taking a walk, playing with my dogs and just shutting everything off. That's definitely what helps me with my stress levels during times of papers and group projects and everything else. And when you feel like everything's just closing in and there's so much that has to be done, you have to take a minute to breathe. And that's definitely what I've learned.
I've picked up so many hobbies while I've been at university. I think it's an important part of taking a break and also just learning, because you're learning all of this, you're reading all these books, you're doing labs and all this crazy stuff, and it's like, well, I'm gonna need something to do when I'm not at school. I'm gonna need something to do when I'm trying to watch a movie for a film class or something. So I had already been embroidering and like learning how to weave and stuff in high school, and then that kind of just like snowballed. Everything textile. I started doing fabric dyeing with natural dyes and everything, and then crochet. I picked that up a lot.
Yeah, college could be super stressful for incoming students and underclassmen, but it is important to keep a balanced state of mind and participating in hobbies that do take that relief into your life. So for me, that comes through writing. One of my passions is writing, and I do that on my free time. And throughout this past year, I was able to self-publish and write my own fictional novel, which has been a huge stress reliever and a passion project of mine.
Yeah, this sounds like a kind of a cop-out answer, but I'm proud that I made it this far, to be honest. There's a lot of times where I went through a semester and I'm at my wit's end and I'm like, I'm not gonna make it, but you end up making it each time, whether you think you are or not. So I'm just kind of proud to be where I'm at now.
Most recently, we received the Green Guardian Award from Nevada Conservation League for the solar decathlon. And I guess the Green Guardian Award is about like leading your community and giving an example of what we can do to step forward in sustainability. And because we built this net zero energy home, we had Governor Sisolak, Dina Titus, Harry Reid, Senator Cortez Masto, and the U.S. Secretary of Energy come down and visit the house. So that was really awesome. I had my team there and they were giving tours, and for them to be able to talk about the project and what they worked on and what they were able to produce, and you can like physically walk through the space and see it. It was a very defining moment for me, like how we can work together to make something as epic as this. And having them also at the Green Guardian Awards ceremony and all of us together, it was really fun.
I'm just super proud of sticking through with staying in college for this long. Being a first generation student has been a big deal, and I'm so proud of myself for sticking through it this far. Being a first generation student to me means coming here to the United States and being the first one in my family to go through school and be able to graduate next semester, and I'm super excited that I was able to leverage the resources available on campus and through my network to support me in this awesome accomplishment.
I think honestly maintaining a high GPA while working and supporting myself financially has been one of my biggest successes coming out of college. I think I've grown a lot and have become a very independent person, and I think that's a big accomplishment in itself, especially overcoming something so huge as losing a parent in my first year of college.
My biggest success was definitely graduating, getting to that day where I got to walk on the stage and know that my family was out there watching. It was a success, a major success, because it was not only personal, it was one for my community as a Latina, for my family, who had done so much and continues to do so much for me to ensure that I can still succeed and do what I want to do with my future, and head to that career goal of being a future professor. So being able to walk across that stage and earn that degree is a step forward not only for myself and my family but my community. So it was definitely a highlight in my personal life. Find your why and realize that it's not set in stone. So I think that that's something that's helped me along the way, is really understanding what the bigger reason is of wanting to get a good grade on the exam, wanting to get more involved on campus. I would look beyond the benefits that it brings you to a resume or CV, see what personal growth you'll get from that, and see how you'll be able to enjoy yourself and learn more about yourself through that process. And identifying that why will change throughout your career. It changed for me when I would switch majors left and right, but having that grounding moment of what it is that will keep you going through your time here at UNLV is something that I would recommend to students.
For freshmen at UNLV, I would definitely say to take advantage of the resources and all of the services on campus. I feel like a lot of students don't know that these resources are available to them. So just seeking out all of those free resources on campus, whether that's financial aid, advising, tutoring, seeking out those mentorships, seeking out those different opportunities on campus is really important.
I would definitely say don't let the classes that you need discourage you, because there's always going to be there people to help you. Like I said, the tutoring, the counseling. And if you feel like the program that you're going into or the department that you want to go into is not absolutely what you have your heart set on, then explore other classes, explore other things, because there's so many options for education and career fields out there.
The biggest piece of advice I could leave for a incoming student to UNLV is to come in with a growth mindset. You're not going to know everything, but keeping an open mind and being willing to fail and learn from the mistakes that you make is something that everyone should know. And a huge book that I recommend everyone read is the book about growth mindset that Carol Dweck has written. It's an awesome resource and I constantly refer to it.
I think the advice that I would have needed my first year was to slow down. That I don't have to put myself through things that I don't need to. Like, there's no reason to make life hard when it doesn't have to be. You have more control than you think you do over all of the challenges that you're gonna face in college. So take the control.
It's a very good idea to make friends with not only with your professors, but with the people around you as well. I think college is it's like a mental boot camp, kind of. Sometimes you need the person to your left or to your right to drag you through it when you're like, I can't do this, I don't want to do this, I need to give up. Sometimes it takes other people around you to help drag you through some of those hard times as well. So, just don't think that you have to go through this experience alone, because we are social beings and part of our success as a society is built upon trust and sharing of information and helping one another. So, don't be afraid to lean on others when you think that you need to do so.
Students should just keep moving forward, keep trying, don't give up. I know it's hard, but especially with engineering, but again, you're not alone. You have your classmates and colleagues that are doing the same thing as you're doing. So as long as you collaborate again and really help each other out, then you will all reap success.